No one in Briar Hollow had slept in 19 years. The town didn't advertise it. There were no warning signs on the highway, no rumors online, no official reports. Briar Hollow existed quietly, tucked between pine forests and slow-moving hills, looking like any other forgotten place that time had politely stepped around. But if you stayed long enough, you noticed the first sign. The silence at night. Not the peaceful kind, not the soft hush of a sleeping town. This silence felt alert, like something holding its breath. Dr. Elias Monroe arrived at dusk. He was a sleep researcher by profession, but unofficially, he chased anomalies cases where biology bent in ways science didn't yet have words for. Briar Hollow came to his attention through a cluster of redacted hospital transfers, all marked with the same strange note. Patient has not entered REM sleep for over 6,800 days. No coma, no stimulants, no neurological explanation. When Elias stepped out of his car, he noticed something unsettling immediately. Every house had lights on, every window glowed. Porches were occupied. People sat rocking slowly, drinking coffee, reading newspapers that had been reread 1,000 times. Children played jump rope under floodlights, their movements precise, rehearsed, no one yawned. A woman at the diner greeted him with a smile too practiced to be casual. "Passing through?" she asked. "Yes," Elias replied. "Just for the night." The diner went quiet. Forks paused mid-air. Coffee cups stopped halfway to lips. The woman's smile tightened. "We don't do nights," she said carefully. Elias laughed, assuming it was a joke. She did not laugh back. The rule. The mayor explained it an hour later in the town hall, where every seat was filled despite the late hour. "If you fall asleep in Briar Hollow," the mayor said, voice steady, "you disappear. No drama, no hesitation, just fact." Elias leaned forward. "Disappear how?" "No body," the mayor said. "No sound, no sign of struggle." "What about dreams?" Elias asked. At that word, several people shifted uncomfortably. "We don't use that word," someone muttered. The mayor continued. "The first cases happened decades ago. A farmer nodded off in his chair. A child during a thunderstorm. A woman who took a nap while sick. What happened to them?" The mayor hesitated. "They're awake," he said. "Somewhere else. The other side of sleep." Elias stayed awake his first night easily. The town made sure of it. Caffeine flowed freely. Bright lights filled every room. Soft alarms chimed every 10 minutes, gentle but impossible to ignore. Still, something strange happened around 3:17 a.m. Elias blinked, just once, and in that fraction of a second, the world shifted. The lights dimmed, not off, just thinner. The air felt heavy, as if gravity had doubled. He heard breathing that wasn't his own. When he looked up, he saw them, people standing in the streets, perfectly still, eyes wide open, unblinking. They were not walking, not moving, just present, as if the town had been overlaid with another version of itself. Then someone spoke directly behind him. "You almost crossed." Elias spun around. A teenage boy stood there, holding a flashlight with trembling hands. "Crossed where?" "Over," the boy said. "Where they go when they sleep. The awake dead." Over the next few days, Elias learned the truth. Sleep was not rest. It was transition. Those who slept slipped into a parallel layer of reality that overlapped Briar Hollow like a shadow behind glass. In that place, time did not pass normally. People didn't age, didn't dream, didn't die. They simply remained, watching, waiting. "They can see us," an elderly woman whispered. "But we can only see them when we're close to sleeping." Why can't they come back? Elias asked. The woman smiled sadly. Because we won't let them. Elias froze. You're keeping them there? If they returned, the mayor said later, they'd take us with them. The children who never dream. The most disturbing discovery was the children. They were born into sleeplessness. Their bodies had adapted. Their brains never entered full rest cycles. They did not know what dreams were, but they described something worse. They talked to us, a little girl said calmly, drawing pictures of tall figures made of light and shadow. They ask us to join them so they won't be lonely. Who? Elias asked. The ones who fell asleep before the rules. That night, Elias reviewed footage from a hidden camera aimed at the town square. At exactly 3:17 a.m., the shadows appeared again. This time, they moved. They stepped closer to the living. And when one of them reached out, the temperature in the room dropped sharply. The shadow looked directly into the camera and smiled. The experiment. Elias knew what he had to do. Against every warning, he prepared to sleep. They tried to stop him. They begged. They restrained him. But he injected himself with a fast-acting sedative. As consciousness slipped, the world peeled away like wet paper. He woke standing in the same town, but it was empty. The buildings were intact, but colorless. Sound barely existed. And everywhere, were people standing motionless, eyes open, waiting. You came, they said in unison. Elias realized then the horror of Briar Hollow. Sleep wasn't killing people. It was saving them from something worse. Because on this side of reality, something ancient stirred, something that used sleep as a door. And it was learning how to knock. End of story.